Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Crypto After Dark on the Raw Zone Crypto. This evening, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin Magazine's report on global investment funds holding more than $43 billion worth of Bitcoin. Now, this was being reported on June 15th, 2021, and they're stating that investment funds worldwide hold a collective Bitcoin supply worth $43.2 billion and spread across various investment vehicles per a new report. So the Global Investment Fund now holds more than $43 billion worth of Bitcoin on behalf of their clients, excuse me, according to a report from the Financial News. Corporate Bitcoin holdings, meanwhile, have reached a total of $6.5 billion. Anatoly Krachilov, CEO of Nickel Digital, the firm that supplied the data behind the report, told Financial Times that the inclusion of Bitcoin in the portfolios of leading global asset managers was a very important endorsement for Bitcoin's emerging functionality of the hedge against inflation. For instance, global asset manager Paul Tudor Jones has recently been vocal about including Bitcoin in his investment portfolio. Yesterday, Jones highlighted Bitcoin's strength as an asset, sharing that he looks at it as a portfolio diversifier to protect his wealth over time. Now, similarly, a more institutional investors open up to Bitcoin exposure. Banks and asset managers seek to capitalize on the movement. Goldman Sachs, for example, has been quite active in the Bitcoin space. The investment bank launched a derivatives product based on the price of Bitcoin in April and announced it would soon offer Bitcoin investment vehicles to its private wealth clients in March. Now, I wouldn't go through a Goldman Sachs or any other financial institution like a banking institution to buy Bitcoin. I would just go ahead and buy Bitcoin myself. There's no need to go into these investment funds in order to get involved in cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. It's just a middleman. They manipulate or they attempt to manipulate markets in the crypto exchanges, and they're going to try to do the same thing as they do in Wall Street. So it's not beneficial for people to actually do this. It's better for you to go on your own. And if you're interested in cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, you should just directly engage in purchasing cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Now, increased institutional adoption can bring benefits to Bitcoin and its investment ecosystem, Krachilov told Financial Times. Increasing allocations by large scale institutional investors and corporate players is expected to lead to a reduction of Bitcoin's volatility over time, he said, due to a long term, stickier type of capital brought by those investors. Now, I wouldn't even invest in Bitcoin derivatives, it makes no sense. It's just like investing in gold paper. It makes no sense if you're not holding it, unless you're a high frequency trader. Now, Krachilov later added that increased Bitcoin exposure by institutional investors would also result in a much larger liquidity pool of the ecosystem. Data from Nickel Digital also showed that among the present day investment funds that hold Bitcoin, 3/5 of the total are based in North America. Furthermore, many companies have added Bitcoin to their balance sheets, with corporate Bitcoin holding reaching over 6.5 billion, a number that 81% of European institutional investors and wealth managers surveyed by Nickel expects to see grow. Again, they couldn't control cryptocurrency and they couldn't control Bitcoin. So now they have to get involved. But remember, you have places like China, Some states here in the United States, like New York State's trying to regulate, trying to slow down the mining of Bitcoin, and it's just not working. And again, I've said in my previous videos, El Salvador making the move that it did by making Bitcoin legal tender has literally freaked out the IMF and the world banks, the central banks. So we're going to see what happens by the end of 2021, early 2022, how desperate the central banking system is going to get regarding Bitcoin being adopted worldwide. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit all notifications for future videos and live stream. If you want to support the channel, you can support me at the links below: Swan Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.